Hey there, cats and kittens, littermates, BK fam. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Boss Kitty. It is Tuesday, middle of October. Who knows, right? But yeah, it's a Tuesday, and it's really crazy because it's finally starting to feel like fall around here, which I'm excited enough about to throw some confetti at you guys because I my favorite time of the year. I love spring too, but really, I'm a fall kid. I think most people are. When you ask most people, not all people, most people, maybe it's just people I hang out with, what their favorite season is, they say autumn. I guess there's some weirdos out there who say summer when it's super hot and sweaty and gross, which I don't understand, you guys. But not me. Anyway, happy Tuesday indeed, Lillian. Hello, Vicky, Miss Monster, Bubbles, Pixie Punk, and Elizabeth. I'm sure there's more people in there. It's so good to see everybody. I'm not gonna say we have lots to talk about. We got some stuff to talk about. First and foremost, I'm just gonna start off. We'll talk a little bit about the box set. Bubble Toes, oh my gosh, happy birthday, Eve. That's fantastic. Happy birthday to you, my dear. Mwah. Um, what a great month to have a birthday. I'm a little jelly. Well, hello there, Miss Jessie. How are you? So let's talk about the box set a little bit. I'm super excited about it. If you are unaware what the heck I'm talking about, we have a box set coming out this month that is called the tea set, and it will be focused on different plant life that is used to make teas. Um, still in the process of putting it together. In fact, we are postponing the release party by a week for a plethora of reasons. So instead of releasing the set and doing the release party on the 18th, we're doing it on the 25th. So that'll be a week from Friday. So on the plus side, that gives you guys some extra time to, save up some money if you want one and you were worried about that. So let's see. I was dealing with a Crohn's flare up. Our post off was just crazy busy. Honestly, I had a wholesale order I had to get out. I had some custom orders from off that needed to be finished up. It was bam, 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 bam. So instead of rushing it, because we want these to be good and look great for you guys, we are postponing that release party by a week. It'll be on the 25th, which ironically is my parents' anniversary. So happy anniversary to my parents. I'm throwing a box set release party. You're going to watch The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy tomorrow to celebrate. You're going to be 42? Happy birthday. It's funny. I was just talking to TK about how my 42nd birthday is coming up and how I needed to have a Douglas Adams party or a towel party or something. So that's exciting. I didn't realize we were that close in age. That's exciting. Recovering from a long, warm day at the state fair. Well, yay for the state fair, but not so yay for the warm part of that. Hi, Abby. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Glad to be here and that you're all here. We're glad you're here as well. And I am doing well. I hope everybody else is too. So I hope you guys can all make it to the release party. So because we're doing that, we're still going to do the craft along on the 22nd. So the patron exclusive craft night will be on Tuesday, the 22nd, which is a week from tonight. Yes.
Texas State Fair. Now I want a corn dog.
TK says now he wants a corn dog. Disco Fibers is 42 as well. What? Oh my gosh. You guys, if you haven't checked out Zeb's stuff, it's amazing. Do you have a website? You must have a website. Let me see if I can find it and throw it up. So Disco Fibers is this really cool shop in Portland, but I believe they're online as well. And they take secondhand yarn, refurbished yarn, if you will, in great shape, and they sell it for a reasonably discounted price. So that, I love the idea that it makes, sorry, I'm trying to get a website up. It makes, like high-end yarn available to everybody, which is really great. So I'm going to throw this in here for you guys. Just check his stuff out at some point in time. Oh my gosh, don't do that to me. We'll do it over here. Why won't it let me put this in chat? It's yelling at me that I'm not a subscriber. Isn't that funny? Holy moly. Let's see here. Why isn't my chat over here? Hey, TK, if you're watching, get your hiney in here for a second. So when I click on it, because I'm clicking on it in OBS, it says that I'm not a subscriber to my own channel, which is hilarious. But when I've got the YouTube, wait, found it. There. I know what I'm doing. Whatever. I figured it out. I had to slide this up to get to the chat because the chat over here won't work for me. Just so you're aware. Because I'm not a subscriber on this side. I'm an infiltrator. Thanks 20 for, oh my gosh. Yeah. Use the code for 20% off. That's a discount off a discount, you guys. That's crazy. Some of you heard about Disco Fibers after your trip to Portland next time. Yeah. And he just opened, like, he had just recently opened up this, his spot, and then they extended it, and it's really cool looking. And we were going to do an interview, and we did. And then we didn't get the talk part of it down because you guys know how I am. And that was when our mic was broken. We'll figure it out. He's going to be there while I'm in Vancouver at Hook and Needle. So very excited about that. In Vancouver, Washington. That's going to be November. That's the trunk show. That's going to be November 9th, I think. Yep, 9th and 10th. I had to look that one up too, because Sacred Sheep is the 2nd and 3rd. Sorry, I need water. It's good. Glad to hear the weather will be cooler for you. Yeah, I think we're out of the 80s and the 70s. It looks like 60s across the board. If it got into the 50s, I would be pretty happy with that, actually. Very happy with that. So if you're unaware, speaking of the box set, we do have a giveaway going on right now. So if you go over to our Instagram or our Facebook or we'll start with Instagram and Facebook. There's a post that says giveaway on it. And if you follow the directions, which I think is to make sure that you like the Facebook page or the Instagram page, make sure that you, so you want to follow the page, and then you want to tag somebody in a comment on there. And you can have up to 3 entries. So you can do that if you do that on Instagram, you can do it on the Facebook post. And then if you go over to YouTube, you know, that place you guys are at right now, and you subscribe to our channel, which if you're chatting with me, you already have, and then you post in an October VOD, you know, just say, hey, commenting to let you know that I've subscribed or that I am a subscriber, then that's a 3rd entry for you. So make sure if you haven't done that you do. Technically, the giveaway is supposed to be done on the 18th because that's when we're going to do a release party. But obviously, you guys have an extra week to get your entries in because we'll be doing it on the 25th. Arizona will be 34 Celsius though. Whew. Wait, no, degrees? My part of Arizona will be, that seems crazy. It's almost 47 degrees this morning today, but 80s next week. Boo! I'm not okay with the 80s. I'm over 80s in like June. It's not for me. Yeah, the weather's all over the place. So we're not knitting today. We're not crocheting today. Although I did finish my pressed flowers cardigan. It's in the other room. I should have brought it in here and I didn't. But I need to put the buttons on it. So, and I think I want to block it before I put the buttons on it. I would love your guys' feedback on that though. Hi, JK. How are you? But what we are working on is my costume for Halloween. So I told you guys about this last time. I was working on the front panel of my corset. I was doing some fiber felting on the front side to make it look like moss. And then I was going to embellish it with embroidery, right? What's up, TK?
Show off your mushrooms.
I don't have them.
The picture that I sent.
Am I, what? What are you oh, those mushrooms. Those are my phone. Can you put them in Discord? Okay. And then I was going to embellish it with embroidery. The embroidery's actually gotten a little out of hand, but I love it, so we're going to keep going with it. So behold my mossy corner of the front panel of my corset. So we're going through here, right here. Oh, I should have grabbed my hat too. I'm going through here. Right now I'm putting all sorts of different types of textures in here. Most of it's French knots, but there's some turkey stitches in here that have been cut to look like moss, which are kind of my favorite, but they're my least favorite to make. And then, hey, Miss Samantha, how are you? And then all this yellow and fuzzy stuff, that's all the felting. And I'm debating, like, I'm happy I did the felting. I don't know how necessary it was. I think it just means that I don't have to cover everything completely, but I feel like I'm kind of doing that anyway. So we'll see what happens. We're going to just keep adding to it until I feel happy with it. I might have a few pieces pop up here. I'm going to probably put some over in this panel right here as well. And then I'm going to put it on my hat. And I'm kicking myself. You guys remember that witch hat I made last year or 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago? So I remade it in gray wool. It's felted and blocked at this point, but it's still sitting in the garage. Thank you. It's still sitting in the garage in the studio because I think it probably dried yesterday. So I haven't taken it off the blocking mats. It's pretty fantastic, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of the moss work and flowers and stuff on it as well. Thank you. I really like it. I'm a texture fan, so this has been a lot of fun. My French knots are horrible. I'm okay with that. So I've got a bazillion French knots on here. We've got turkey stitches, and then these guys right here are technically drizzle stitches. These are my embroidery terms, but instead of letting them stick straight up, I've stitched them down so they look like little weird snail type things. They look like fungi, which is kind of what I was going for. So that's what I'm working on. I would love to see what you guys are working on. So please, please, please feel free to throw your stuff up in the show and tell, which is up in our Discord that you should go check out if you're not already a part of it. So I haven't put this color in as the French knots. It's just been the turkey stitches. And I'm torn between continuing the turkey stitches. I mean, I'll put more of those in later, but I kind of want to add some of this in as a French knot. There's 4 there, so I could do, yeah, just kind of to do a little bit of highlighting. I think it'll be fine. I think I have used it as part of the, like, mixed in with some of the other French knots because I've been mixing colors too, which is key to depth, right? Well, hello there. Have you seen the work of Sally Mavor? She's a fiber artist who does essentially relief sculpture out of textiles, and she's done embroidery moss a lot like that. I have not. If you want to post that in show and tell, I'd love to see it as well. Also, my needle is so bent at this point. Like, I've just beat the hell out of this thing. It's not up yet for you. Wait a second. I know I updated it. Hold on. Show and tell 10:15. I'll tag and at everybody in it just to make sure everybody can see it. At everyone. Here is show and tell. Oops. Send now. Okay, so that's been sent. It should say show and tell 10-15. Okay. So yeah, that should be up. Do you know what else today is and what I get to do when I'm done here? It is also tax day for people who have filed extensions. Taxes are one of those things that if you own a business, small, medium, large, whatever, you got to do taxes. I mean, you got to do taxes anyway, but that's when taxes start to get difficult, right? That's when they start to get a little confusing sometimes. So because I work for the Department of Revenue, specifically the processing center, it means that tax season for me, normal tax season, is incredibly busy. Like, it is our busiest time of year. I'm not allowed to take time off work during that time. So trying to do my taxes while going through tax season is damn near impossible. And the last time we had a professional do our taxes, they charged us an obscene amount of money and then told me I owed an obscene amount of money. And then when I was looking through it, I think we talked a little bit about this, I realized I probably didn't owe nearly as much as they said I did because they're just basing it off my QuickBooks, which I'm not an accountant. I probably don't have everything in the right exact spot, right? But they didn't bother to ask me questions. They looked at my stuff for like 15 minutes and then they were like, yeah, this is good. This is what you owe. So I will be putting an amendment or an addendum or whatever it's called in for my taxes from 2022. And I've just finished up 2023. I have 1 or 2 things I have to add in there. And I have to, I have a question for a QuickBooks tax person that I will be asking them this evening. But other than that, they're done and they will be in on time. Thank goodness. But it was stressful and it took a lot of time. And yes, I had stuff in the wrong place. And if I had just handed this off to somebody, I would have been screwed royally because I realized that QuickBooks had gone through, and every time I had put a deposit in from a trunk show, they had put it in there twice, even though didn't get paid for it twice. You know how your bank will hold a check, right? Well, it reflects that check the first time and then it reflects it the second time. And for some reason, QuickBooks didn't see them remove the check, right? Like they only saw the two incomes. And so it was like, you've made an obscene amount of money. And I'm like, I know I didn't make what you're saying I made, but that's cute. So I had to go in and update that there. I mean, doing my taxes myself, while it was tedious and difficult and did take me a week and a half to get through, the system asks you all the questions it needs to ask you. Most of it was pretty, like, I understood most of it, so I felt good about most of it. Really, the only thing I had a question about, I kind of answered myself. So yeah, they showed you how to take your deductions for like the area that you use for your business. So 23% of our house is used for the business. What? That's crazy, right? But it's one of those things that is not my favorite thing to do regarding this business, and I tend to I procrastinate it because my brain just shuts down. I will literally find anything else to do other than that. I will clean the house. I will work on just about anything else. I've made myself sick before so that I don't have to do that. And I don't do it on purpose. Like it's not like I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I've made myself ill. Now I don't have to do taxes. It's that my body just shuts down and freaks out and it doesn't want to do it. And it's not just taxes. It's anything that feels overwhelming or daunting because of my ADHD. So TK's going to kill me for this. Our house is a pit right now because I've been super busy, like I said, on the box set and wholesale orders and custom orders and all that and post-off stuff. And all that's great, but means our house is a pit. He's been really busy with the comic book swap and putting together the box set label, which I'll be revealing on the 22nd to our patrons before I really reveal it to everybody else. So our house is kind of, falling in between the cracks. We're not like gross. It's just overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff just hanging out, right? Like all the off stuff has not been put away yet. And I've had time to do it. I've had an hour or two here or there and I freeze. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't have that issue. I can focus on one area and go, okay, this is overwhelming. So I'm just going to focus on this corner. I'll get this corner done and then I'll move on to this corner. When I can do that, I'm golden. I'm so good. But there is something that happens sometimes where I cannot get myself in that mindset. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, all of the display pieces are still out from off. They're over here. And here's the drop cloth stands for off over here. And my spinning wheel is still out over there. And the dining room is covered in mail and that's over here. It's just, I get so overwhelmed. And TK does too. And we both just shut down. I don't know what his process is, but I avoid it. I find any other thing to do because I just don't know where to start. So yeah, that's my biggest hurdle, I would say. I was never aware of why my procrastination was a thing until very recently. So it's a little, what's the word? It's empowering to know where it's coming from, for sure. It doesn't make it any easier. It still sucks. But at least I know it's not, like my parents thought when I was a kid where they were like, oh, she's just lazy. It's not that I'm lazy. God knows I'm not lazy. It's just that I shut down. And then I ramble about it here on this show for all the world to listen to. Yay! I'm sure everybody's got things like that, though. I would love to hear about your guys' struggles when it comes to either your business, if you have a business, or your household, or your job. Like everybody's got that thing, right? Everybody's got a struggle that is a thing. And I'll tell you that I am so grateful for my job. You're glad you got to the IRS processing and customer service. You don't have to worry about those deadlines. Oh my gosh, yeah. For real. Well, it's funny because we're always so quiet during this time of year. And then this week in October is fairly busy for us because everybody's, getting their last minute stuff in. But because I work for the DOR, I don't have an option. I have to be in compliance. So I have to get it in. I have to make sure that I've got my extension in. If I'm doing an extension, then I have to make sure my taxes are done by then. Enough so that I actually took 2 days off last week in order to take care of it. But yeah, it's daunting sometimes, and I would love to know what your guys's are because I know everybody's got them. And what's so frustrating about it is we all have them, and we all are so hard on ourselves about them because then we sit here and we just think to ourselves, "Oh, I'm such a loser, right? Nobody else has this problem." You're the exact same. When you get overwhelmed, you shut down and you have no idea where to start. It sucks. You have both the body issue causes the IBS to act out and the mental issue. For sure. It is hard. It's incredibly hard. And the other thing that's really frustrating there are those times where that's not an issue, where I can just go and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting this house cleaner. I'm getting this wholesale order put together, or I'm getting my taxes done, whatever it is. Like, I'm crazy productive in those moments. And I don't know what it is that turns that switch for me. Like, I have no idea. It's a complete mystery to me. And so it's not like it's something that I can go, well, I know if I eat my spinach, it's going to make me do this thing, right? Like, I don't know what it is. I wish I did, because that would make things, I'm not going to say it would make things perfect or like super easy, because even sometimes it's even hard to flip a switch or to push a button, right? But it would certainly make it easier, I would think. Does anyone else hear the sound? Yeah, it's the Discord alert. Sorry, let me turn off my Discord. Hold on. That's on me. I don't know why it does that. But let's close it for now. There we go. You guys shouldn't hear it anymore. Sorry about that. I'm not even aware it does that because I don't have headsets on anymore. Elizabeth, you were undiagnosed ADHD because as a kid we were told girls don't get that way, only boys do. Same. So I procrastinated so much in high school. Yep. You're extremely lazy. You ignore the literal days of hyper-focusing on an idea that led to making an app. We can face disciplinary actions if we don't file and pay our taxes on time. Exactly. Vicky is correct. In fact, it's one of the few ways that you can just flat out be told you have this many days to comply or you are terminated. That's it. Like that, the end. So it is a very important thing. The idea behind that is, and it should actually make you guys feel good, depending on what state you live in. The idea behind that is that if we are handling your taxes, then we should be able to say that ours are up to date, right? There's no, there's less of a likelihood for any type of security breach or biasness, right? Because our taxes are done. At least I think that's what it's about. That makes the most sense. Yeah, no problem. Or read and ignore things I should be getting done. I read somewhere, I think it was a medical journal. It wasn't like, you can find those pieces and they'll put them in layman's terms for you, which is really great. But basically what it said was that when you get overwhelmed like that, you should do very simple things, right? You should, if you are struggling to even get out of bed, then try to take a shower. Even if you go straight back to bed afterwards, try to take a shower, dry yourself off, brush your teeth, those types of things. Very simple, basic things. And if you can do that, it's a success. And it depends. Everybody has a different extreme level, right? So I don't think I've ever been to the point where I've been frozen in bed. No, not really. Maybe for a day or so, but not really. But some people get that bad. So if it's something that bad, then doing something as simple as that, getting up and drinking water, right, every few hours, just something that's healthy and good for you that you can get up and do. And that includes video games. Like they're like, play some video games. Don't feel bad about the video games. It stimulates your brain, right? And if those are things you already do fairly easily, then it's clean the toilet. Don't clean the bathroom. Just scrub out the toilet. Just put all the towels in a pile. Maybe start that load, you know, those little tiny easy things to do. I hate emptying the dishwasher. TK is fairly good at it. So I'll load the dishwasher if he can empty the dishwasher for me. The problem is neither of us like to do hand dishes, like with stuff you have to wash by hand. So that's still a thing. But we've got that down at least. It doesn't make it perfect. We still have dishes a lot of the time because that's what happens when you cook food. But it's a thing. Emptying the dishwasher is a small task. Loading the dishwasher by itself is a small task. So it makes the rest of the tasks a little less daunting. I'm sitting here doing this and you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm such a jackass. Conflict of interest. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. The brain saying I'm done right now. Exactly. Yes. But it doesn't apply to all government workers, just IRS employees. It does for, like I said, with the state of Oregon Department of Revenue. If you are in the Department of Revenue, you have to be in compliance. It just is. In fact, I had a seasonal worker last year who was not in compliance when we hired them, and they gave him, I think it was 30 days to get in compliance, which is fine. But then 2 days before that, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. And so they called me and they're like, you have to let him go. Like he's not going to be in compliance within the next 48 hours, like he said he would. And so I had to sit down with him and be like, dude, what the heck? Like, this is where we are. And you've got a permanent position that's, you know, wants to hire you. And I don't think they're going to be able to because of this. And so the kicker here was that I don't think he had done his taxes for like 3 years. And I looked at him, I said, so what's the deal here? I said, do you have a business? He goes, no. I said, do you have, you know, a dependent, or are you collecting Social Security or something? Like, is there some weird thing in your taxes that make them difficult? He's like, no. And so he tells me what he has to do. I'm like, that's going to literally take you 2 hours tonight because you have 3 years to do. So get them done tonight, please, and bring them back in tomorrow so that we can file these and be done with this. And he did, but I was just blown. I'm like, that's like basic taxes. What the heck, dude? He was just like, I don't know. I just didn't do it. Maybe that was enough to, you know, shut him down. Who knows? Confidence in system, yeah. Keep dish soap in the bathroom. Dish soap in the bathroom. Wash down the faucets after showers. Wash the mirror when it's fogged up to make sure you can see. I get overwhelmed by the thought of inviting people over to our house. I have to make it a list broken down into small. Exactly. I love lists. I like to use the might as well philosophy, where if you are in a state of task paralysis, you do things in the area of things you need to do. Like if you're stuck in bed, when you go to the restroom, might as well brush your teeth or get some sink water. And that's what I was talking about. Yeah. You know, you're here anyway. It's not going to hurt if you just take 2 seconds to do this. Goblin Tools helps by making a step-by-step list from larger tasks. Ooh, I'm going to look that up. And he might be losing out on refunds. Oh, for sure, Vicky. Yeah. I was like, just do it. Seriously, you probably have money coming back because you have super basic taxes. Make the decision to do some walking first and then redirect. Because when you exercise, right? When you walk, when you get out there, you're popping your adrenaline up and your serotonins are going up. I know it doesn't feel like it because none of us want to do it. But once you're out there and doing it, as long as you're not hurting anything, you're great. So yeah, you come back and you have all this extra energy because you're just going and you're like, yeah, let's be productive now. I've been productive with my body. Let's be productive with my house. I get them done so fast. I want my money, but I also don't own a business. Yeah, that's part of it is that because I used to be like that. And when my taxes were easy and I almost always knew I was getting a refund, now I think part of the reason that I avoided it is because I know I'm almost always not getting a refund. And while I don't mind owing taxes, sometimes it's daunting when some taxpayer tells you that you owe $5,000. No joke. So I think that was part of it this year. I mean, I really was. It was a lot to try to do while I was also learning my new position during tax season. But I think part of it is also I was afraid that I was going to owe $5,000 again, which was not the case. I mean, granted, we bought a house this last year too, so that helps a lot. But even if I took the house out of there, it was still nowhere near $5,000. I was like, man, I don't know what you did, but I have got to fix it. Sure if I have a spicy brain or what, but last year I discovered that taking vitamin D makes a huge difference in how overwhelming everything felt. So that is because, my dear, you live in Oregon, and the Pacific Northwest is known for our lack of vitamin D, especially in the autumn and the winter. Um, my father gets incredibly depressed in the winter. I don't. I love it. I love the gray sky. I'm all for it. I'm a little vampire. However, I get it, and I probably am vitamin D deficient. The majority of Pacific Northwest people are vitamin D deficient unless they're taking something for it. I did it again. Okay. So I kind of like it. I like having those bright little pops in there. That's nice, actually. I don't want it to be too heavy, I don't think. So that's why I'm kind of like spreading it out a little bit, as you can see. But I do like it. Yeah, it's huge. My mother has to take, she takes vitamin D that the doctor has given her, and it's this pill that she has to take once a month. So it's like an obscene amount of vitamin D in one pill. And I don't know, it's got to be slow release, which is weird because it's a pill. So it goes through your system. I don't know how it works. I just know she takes one pill a month and it's supposed to do it for her. Actively avoid sunlight. Yep. Yeah. We love our rain. We love our gray. But sometimes it gives us the sads. And we're like, why bother? I think so, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's some obscene amount like that. It's like, how do you not OD on the vitamin D there, Mom? Like that makes the Sunny D kids even a little scared. Oh, thank you, Moonbow. I really like it too. I'm very happy with how it's turned out. I'm so tempted to like pause the show for a hot second and go run out and get my witch hat to show you guys. But I don't want to do that. I'm just mad at myself for not grabbing it beforehand. Many of your patients in Arizona were deficient also. That's fascinating. So, is it because they're older? Because I know a lot of older people move to Arizona because of the warm weather. So I'm wondering if they're coming from colder regions that don't have a lot of, natural sunlight coming up. And so when they get there, they're vitamin D deficient. Like, more likely to pee a lot. It wasn't even sadness. It's just like everything felt like too much. It feels like everything weighs a ton, right? Like if I cooked, I couldn't be also do dishes. It just didn't have the capacity. Like you finish things and you feel like you've run a marathon. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Go get my hat. TK, come host the show for like 2 minutes while I go grab my hat. I can't post a picture of it because it's on the felting, or it's on the blocking mats still. I haven't actually taken it off of there. I mean, I took it off a few times, but it's still wet at that point. I mean, worst case, you guys will see it at the release party on the 25th for the box set because it's part of what I'm wearing, which is including this little lovely corset piece. It's really funny. I haven't had this corset on in years, and so on Saturday I looked at TK and I was like, okay, I'm going to stop embroidering this for a second so that we can check to make sure it still fits. It's fine. It's like a 4-panel corset. It's fine. Do 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 do. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who has that procrastination and that just, frozenness that happens. It's frustrating too because when you do finish something, there's this huge relief you feel, right? Like this weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and that's how it's always going to feel every time you finish something, and yet it's not enough of an incentive to be able to get up and do it. And I don't think people understand that. Oh, they don't go outside. I don't blame them. It's hot. Hi, Michi. How are you? So I'm just going to go ahead and say one more time, because I said it at the beginning of the show. I'll probably say it a few more times as well. Due to a very busy schedule and then me getting sick with a Crohn's flare up and just a lot of stuff. I had a wholesale order that I needed to get out. We had multiple custom orders that I needed to finish. It's just been a whole thing. Due to that, we're postponing the box set release and the release party from the 18th to the 25th. So it'll be 1 week later. Oh my gosh, 9 months. That's amazing, Michi. We could have had a kid together. Thank you so much for being here and being part of our community. That does mean that the box sets that were pre-ordered, they'll still go out on release day or the day after release day, depending. So you guys will still have them before everybody else does, but the release itself is being postponed by a week. You can also, we're doing a giveaway. We will be giving away one whole box set. And the way that you can join the giveaway is you go to our Instagram, which is at Boss Kitty Shop, or you go to our Facebook, which is Boss Kitty, and you find the post that says giveaway on it, and you follow the instructions. And the instructions tell you that you can enter to win 3 different ways. So if you do the following on both our Instagram and on our Facebook page, you will be entered to win twice. And that is to follow us on Instagram and or Facebook, and then tag a friend in the comments of that giveaway. So that's the first way. The second way, that's the first and second way. The third entry is through YouTube. So if you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel, then all you need to do is leave a comment on one of our October VODs. So our last VOD or this one will work, and just say, hey, just a comment to let you know that I'm a subscriber or something like that. So basically anybody who has commented and is a subscriber to our YouTube in the month of October, we will go ahead and put an additional entry in for them for that box set giveaway. We will do the giveaway on the 25th during the early release party. I will reveal who the winner is at that point. So that's my very long-winded thing. You got the tote. Oh my gosh. Do you love it? I don't have one. I'm so jealous of you guys. I do not have one of those totes. Wisdom Queen has one, and I see hers all the time, and I'm so jealous of it. I think I've seen JK's. Yeah, I'm jealous. I love it. I think it's a great tote. There's the most amazing thing ever, so be sure to enter. Oh, Op, I'm so glad. We've had a few people who are like, yeah, I want a set, and it was the best thing ever. It makes me happy when it just makes me happy. It's harder to do giveaways with the bigger sets, right? Like, cause I can't do a double box set giveaway like that, cause that's a lot. However, you can't do half because then you got to figure out which colors they want, and it needs to already be done basically. So we try to find other things to do when we do the bigger box sets. Like I think last time we did the fancy fiber. But this is just a basic box set. It's so basic, guys. So I can just do a full box set giveaway. And it's been a while since we've done one of those. You love your tote. You have half finished rocket tee in it right now. Yeah, I need to I don't know. I need to be like, can you guys just send me one, please? I'll pay for it. But I really do want one. You guys, I'm getting my nails done next week. TK was like, you should go treat yourself. Self-care, girl. I'm not kidding. I was complaining about never having my nails done. And he's like, go do it. How much can it cost? Like $20. And I started laughing. And then I told him that, in fact, it costs more than $20. He's like, you should still go do it. But it was very funny. I'm going to make you log into Facebook. I know, Facebook. Evil, evil Facebook. Yeah, look at that. I like the white in there. Or it's not white. It's like a celery green. But I really like it. I'm probably going to put some down in here. Maybe a few pops in here. Put some over here. So we're going to stick with this really pale celery green. I'm out of the dark green. I've run out of that. I'm going to have to find more embroidery floss because went through it, guys. You love your tote too. Oh, I'm so glad. I would love to tell you that I've made it myself, but I didn't. It's a third party. But TK designed it. You won the witches one on Halloween. It was like the first time I ever won. I didn't believe it was real. That's a great one to win too. Oh my goodness. Excellent. Excellent. There was one year. It might have been that year. I don't remember. But there was one year where I won because we were still doing, it was still through Twitch. So it wasn't that year. So it was still the subscriber giveaway type of thing. Right. And so I won and then TK won. And we're like, nope, you can't. Nope. So it was silly. It was very silly. It's like, congratulations, TK. You just won some yarn that we paid for. So not really sure what you won there. He did a great job on the design. Yeah, I think so too. He's thinking about redesigning the labels, the everyday labels, not the labels for the show or for the box set. The box set labels, by the way, you guys, they're so beautiful. They look great. And he did exactly what I wanted, which is that each colorway has its own label. They're similar, but they have a different thing written on the side. Oh my God, you're going to love it. Too late to order and was so disappointed. So it was extra special. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, it happened a few times. I mean, not with the big box sets like that, but there were a few times where we would win stuff. I think it was here with Nightbot that there was one time, was it Ginger, who like, it just kept going for them. I was like, dude. And he used to do that with Yarn Pirate all the time too. I think she rigged it. If you change the logo, I need another tote. Well, I don't think he's changing the logo. I just think maybe he is. I don't know. I just know that he's changing the label. So the logo on the tote, I think, is the circular logo. Yeah. The logo on the label is the elongated rectangular logo. And I think he wants to go more towards, oopsies. That's not good. We'll fix it. I think he wants to go more towards the circular one. So we'll see what happens. We shall see. Oh, this is going to be fun because most of this is already filled up in this area. So I'm just kind of filling in blanks. Panda, which one did you win? I've really got to go back through all the box sets. I think we'll do this when I've got some downtime. So like January, February. I got to go back through the box sets and look to see what colorways I want to make into fiber. Because multicolors for fiber is great. Not so great to have. We don't sell it very well on the yarn as an everyday yarn type thing. So we don't really carry multicolored yarn other than, the speckled. But you guys get what I'm saying. But fiber is a whole different story. You all change Pounce again. You really need to put out a sticker set of the history of Pounce. I mentioned that to TK. He doesn't think that For the amount of stickers that you would have to buy, he's like, I don't know how lucrative that would be for the sheer amount of volume of stickers you'd have to buy. See, my French knots are terrible, and I don't care because this is moss, so they can look terrible. The Lord of the Rings one, yes, the Third Age box set. That box set, that early release party was the best early release party we've ever done. He put so much energy into putting that together, and I think it was too much. Not that the outcome was too much, because it wasn't. I think it was too much work is what ended up happening, because I think it burnt him out a little bit on it. Burnout is real, kids. Just knit up something in speckled mohair and you're obsessed. You need Final Frontier and mohair ball in your life. I've thought about doing speckled mohair, and I might absolutely do that at the first of the year. Obviously, if it's something that you want, and you want 4 skeins of it, we can always do a custom order of that. I would have no problem doing that, but it has been on my radar because I love speckled mohair. I wasn't sure how well it would sell. Like the kitty glitter speckles, they struggle, honestly. And I think it's just because they're lighter colors, so the glitter doesn't show quite as well. But the solids definitely sell better than the speckles do in the kitty glitter. Lesson learned. It was freaking amazing. Tote with each one embroidered. That would be so cool. You will happily sit. I know he's got the voice for it because he did all the voiceover work for those. He was in heaven. Whether or not it wore him out, he was in heaven. I mean, he was getting to do voice work. He was getting to play with all the stuff that he used to do when he was DJing and doing producer stuff. That's the scientific term for it, by the way. Producer stuff. In case you're all wondering. Okay. Let me check something. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the lighter color in here. I think it kind of breaks it up a little bit, which was necessary. It gives you some highlights to go with your lowlights. When you said foreskins, I did a double take because it sounded like a male. Foreskins! It's like toil and trouble. You guys, I have mush mouth. The braces don't help that, honestly. But here we are. Oh my gosh, now I want to do a set called the Foreskin set. And see how many people are like, wait, what? They're doing great, Samantha. Thank you for asking. I do have a busted bracket. I was supposed to go in today to fix it, but I also remembered that we were supposed to do a tour of the building today. So I canceled it and stuck with my appointment, which is next week, I think. Yes. Or the week after. Maybe it's the week after. It's on the 29th. It's the week after. And I'm just going to deal with it. But then I went in and the tour had been canceled. So I canceled my appointment for no reason. Bummer. Doing a project with Tea Time for Soul, but I need 2 more skeins. It says dyed to order, and on the website, do I have to buy 4? You can buy 2 op. So dyed to order just means that it might take me a little longer to get you the skeins because they are not available right now. It's usually 4 to 6 weeks, but it should not be 4 to 6 weeks right now because I will be putting an order in for yarn here like ASAP, probably. And might actually have enough yarn out there to dye them up for you. But worst case, I'll end up ordering the yarn in 2 weeks, which means it'll be here within 3 weeks, which means you'll have it out by the 4th week. So yeah, that's the worst case scenario. But we just had a wholesale order come. Actually, that's not true because we just had a wholesale order come in from Noma Knits. So if you are in the Sonoma, California area, our yarn will be in one of your local yarn shops. So that just came in. So I'll have to order yarn here sooner than that. So you'll have it sooner than that. I'm working on my corset panel for my costume. And I'm putting moss on it for my hedge witch costume, which is part of what I'm wearing for the release party since we're doing a tea set. So I'm bringing all my witchy vibes in. Plus, I will wear the hell out of this at Ren fairs. Like, oh my god, seriously, why wouldn't I? No, you're fine. You don't have to buy 4 in that case. I can see why that would be a question, though. Poor TK. I had a bunch of orders that needed to get out. And so he took them to the post office yesterday. Because we both forgot that it was a federal holiday. He's like, son of a biscuit. But they're in. We're good to go. Come on, you bastard. Don't be like this. It's this guy right here, too, I bet. Yep. Okay. All fixed. Lost some string there for a second. Some embroidery floss. When is the box set coming out to the public? The box set will be released on October 25th. That is when we're going to have the the release party. So be here Friday, October 25th. We'll start at 5:30. No, we'll start at 6. We usually start those at 6. 6 p.m. Pacific time. We will have the box set ready for viewing. It'll make its premiere. It'll be amazing. And then we will have it available for sale for, I think 2 weeks is usually what we did a month at one point, but that got really difficult because then people were waiting a long time for their box sets because I have to wait the full month before I put the order in, right? So we'll probably have, let me see here. 1, 2. We will probably keep them open until November 11th is going to be my guess. So midnight on the 11th, and then, yeah. Or midnight on the 10th, one or the other. Probably midnight on the 10th, actually. So that's a Sunday. That's while I'm at our trunk show in Vancouver, Washington, actually. So, yeah, it'll be open for about a week, a little over a week, or a little over 2 weeks, rather, to get your orders in. Yes, that's to the public, Samantha, on the 25th of October for 2 weeks. 14, 15, 16 days. It'll be available for 16 days. I should make it available for 13 days, but that's not very much time, and that seems rude, so I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm going to take a break from this just for a second because I want to give a shout out to our patrons. We absolutely adore our patrons. Our numbers in patrons recently have gone down. And we know that a lot of that is because financially times are kind of hard and tight for a lot of people. So if you're in here and you're one of those people, we totally get it. We still love you. We still consider you part of the community, and we are so thrilled to have you support us in other ways, such as being here with us tonight. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, our patrons are absolutely amazing. You guys help keep this business running. If you are a Boss Kitty patron, you get things like the monthly blogs that I do that is just a random rambling of what's in my brain. You get early access to box sets where you get to buy them in advance and have them drop out and ship on the day that they're released. You get to vote on patron exclusive colorways for box sets. We actually have a patron exclusive colorway that's not a box set colorway, just a colorway that we release during the holiday season and then in the springtime. So the holiday one is just coming. It'll be released on Black Friday. Our patrons have already voted on it. It's going to be a vintage, if I remember correctly, vintage fantasy inspired wintry colorway. And I think it's speckled base, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look. Speckled or undertoned? one or the other. Um, they get a lot of different types of perks. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out. And then TK put together this really, really great little thing for me. So here you go. Real quick thank you to our patrons. I suppose I probably should have said all of this while this was actually going. I am amused that some people's names are, you know, capitalized and not. So Lydia, Jeremy, Laura, Stephanie, Leftmost, Annie, Vicky, Jasmine, Bubble Toes, Cult of Con is Kayla, Allison, Deidre, Melanie, Barb, Killingsworth It, Sherry, Dawn, and Matt. And then we have Gracie's Gang, Renee, Earthy Gal, Meg, 9.5, Miriam, The Witch Megan, Michaela, Ghost Babe, Rachel, Op, Stephanie, Megan, Laura, Brooke, Rat, April, Kristen, Carmen, Jay Roberto, Miss Monster, Valerie, Jesse, and then we have Zuzu Zealots are Amber, Egan, How I Disappear, Miss Peanut, Wisdom Queen, and Amanda. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate your patronage, and I will try to do that much more smoother in the future than I did tonight. To all of you. Okay, what time is it? Let's take a look. And if you want to join our Patreon, you can even join it for free if you want, because you guys get access to some cool stuff that way from time to time. Go to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up today. We've got, as you can see, different tiers. So there's something for everybody. It is 6:30. So I think at 6:45 we'll go ahead and do stretches, and then we'll roll right into show and tell. So head over to our Discord if you haven't done so. Show and tell for 10:15 is up. Go ahead and show us what you're working on. This time of year, you guys are always working on such great stuff because it's usually for Halloween, right? So I want to see it. I want to see the cool stuff you have for your yard or your costumes or your kids' costumes. I mean, I can't be the only one who's gone nuts and is sitting here and working painstakingly on her costume. I know better. This group is just as nuts as I am, and I love you all for it. No! Oh my gosh, don't apologize at all. Like I said, please, please, please. We fully understand. Yeah, I try to support many on the, yeah, absolutely. And we fully understand that, like I said, people have to cut back right now, and we get that. We get that what we do is not a necessity. And you are always welcome no matter what. So thank you for the support you can give, be it through monetization or just love and support here, which is not just a just. It's pretty amazing. I love this community so much. Aragorn, I can't be more excited about that. I'm excited for that, and I don't know your son. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, TK's probably excited for that. No, you guys are the best community, truthfully. If I could, as much as I love my job, if I could just quit my job full time and do this with you guys, I would. That's how awesome you all are. But my job is good, and I get good benefits from it, and TK gets good benefits from it. And I have to be a grown-up. But grown-up being is dumb sometimes. Like super dumb sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and tie this one off right here. Boop. Yeah, I forgot one. Oops. That's okay. We'll tie it this way too. We'll cheat tie. Do you love how ridiculous the backside of this panel looks? There's so much random stuff going on. You can tell I was never one to make sure that my my stitch work wasn't messy on the backside. When I did cross stitch, I tried because it's hard to get it to lay properly. He went cheap for costumes with the kids. Walmart has PJs that have hoods and an era of characters. Mine chose Sonic. That's perfect. Love my Yarny friends. Love sharing the Yarny fun. We love you all too. Okay, so I do like the white that's going through here. I think for what I've got in here, like I said, I could probably put some in here, but we'll hold off for now. It's time to move on to a different color. I haven't put any flowers in yet. I was going to wait until I had more done, but I think I might, just for the sake of my sanity, I want some real color in this. Let's throw some flowers in here. So I'm just doing French knots for the flowers too, because I don't, any of the flower stitches you can do, I think would be too big for this. I suppose I could do a drizzle stitch for these, but then they're going to stick out a little bit. Yeah, they'll stick out a little bit. I don't know. Do you guys think I should just do French knots, or do you think I should do smaller drizzle stitches and not tape them down, not tack them down, but let them hang? Ugh, I don't like the idea of them hanging. That's the part that bugs me. I'm like, blip. No, I don't want them to hang, guys. My brain keeps thinking they'll get caught on things. I've watched your YouTube, Michi. It's fantastic. You're so inspiring, and you're just the kindest to people, which I think is wonderful. Just got Twitch affiliate, so I'm saving up to pay for a year of subs. That is so sweet of you, Pixie. I think $25. He does want me to crochet a hooded cape. Hey, you know what? We ended up TK. We went to a Renaissance fair one year, and we were super broke. And TK really wanted a cloak, so we went to Goodwill and we found a gray blanket that was kind of quilted looking. We just cut it up and made a hooded cloak out of it. He still has it. It's the cloak. It's the go-to cloak for any run fair. It's durable. It's really comfortable. It's very realistic looking. It's perfect. The drape on it's great. I don't think we could have done better with a bunch of money for actual fabric for it. Like it's really well made. Well, hello, Miss Emily. How are you? Was this only 2? Did I only decide on 2? I thought I decided on more than 2. I decided on 3. Where's the other one? There it is. Look at you there. There we go. Oh, don't blush. I mean, go for it. Vancouver is right across the river from Portland. That is correct. It's about, so from Portland, I would, depending on traffic, it's anywhere from 15 minutes to 60 minutes, depending on when you go, right? From here, it's probably closer to an hour and a half. Okay, we're going to put some flowers down here. Did we decide? Okay, I'm just doing the French knots for now. Do I? Yeah, we'll just do French knots for now. But we'll do bigger French knots, right? I should have used all six pieces of thread in this. I might regret this. We'll see. Ah! That was not fair. Okay. Yeah, I should have done a bigger stitch, but that's okay. I'll just do clusters. Chaotic few months with the kids going back to school, getting the new house organized. But you're good, right? Everything's good to go. And now they're back in a routine, which is great. And you're here, which is even better. Yeah, I think these need to be more, there needs to be more definition to these. Was Minecraft themed granny square blankets, Enderman and a tone tent one. Super easy. I have never played Minecraft. I know nothing about it. I mean, I know, it's blocks basically, but, and I can pick out Minecraft stuff at the store, but I've never actually played the game. My kids were never into it. They were too busy being obsessed with Korean pop bands. K-pop. Samantha, occasionally, yeah, when I have the time to. Okay, we're going to put one right here. No. Okay, so let's tie this one off. This is the other thing. I don't want to tie it off, but, well, we're just going to waste a bunch of string, or thread, rather. Because I don't want them super close to each other, either. I'll put one right here. Ah! You're glad they want things you can make. Maritza, hello. How are you? So good to see you. Okay. So we're going to pop this guy here. I'm going to do clusters of 3 for these, I think. And I'll have them close enough together that hopefully they look like one flower. I hope. That's what I'm going for. I do think I'm going to need to use in the future when I do this. I'll just use all 6 strands of embroidery floss instead of the 3 so that they have a little more bulk to them than the moss does because I really do want the flowers to pop. There's so many ways to play, and she tends to be more build focused. You're more survival. That's the thing. Like, I love video games. I really do. And I go through these bats of like obsessively playing video games. The last time was Baldur's Gate 3, getting through that whole entire game. And I did complete it. That does not usually happen. I don't usually complete games. But like TK, he can keep interest in the game for years. I can't. Even something like Zelda, which I adore, I get burnt out after a while. Like, nah, I'm done. Eventually I'll go back to, but then I'm frustrated because I don't remember where I left off, even though I have a save. And I'm like, well, do I just start over again? And then I end up burnt out where I left off by the time I get back to where I was. This is a never ending cycle. You can't see the flowers. Well, part of the reason you can't see them is because it's on the camera. And so they're pretty far away right now for you, but I will show it up close here in a second. So let me finish this little set of this little bundle up. Oops. Yeah, I'm getting into an area that's pretty compact at the moment. And this is how my needle keeps getting bent, is because I am abusing the hell out of it. There we go. It's a good thing I have a whole pack of needles. I just like the size of the eye on this one. Okay. So now you can kind of see them where those red dots are. There and there. Those are my flowers. And I do think I'm going to go ahead and just make them thicker. I might do the drizzle stitches just because these don't look so much like flowers. They just look like red clover or something, which is fine. I'm all for that. It's still very pretty. But the drizzle stitches might be better. Samantha, it's like Miss Monster said, it's right next to Portland. It's on the other side of the Columbia River. So if you look it up on a map, you should be able to find it. But more than that, I can't really tell you where it is. What are you working on? Emily, I am working on the corset panel to my costume for Halloween and for the release party on the 25th for the box set, the tea set box set. So this is my Hedge Witch costume. This is an old corset that I have that I absolutely love. And I'm just putting some moss on this side over here, and then I'll put some over here. It will not be as big as intense as this side is. And then the hat that I'm making will have some embellishments on it as well. And I really want to use, I have this hand spun that I made a long time ago. In fact, it's got these little nubbies in it. I haven't figured out how to incorporate that. That'll probably get felted onto the hat is what I'm thinking, like swirly cues on the brim of the hat maybe. I haven't decided yet. I thought about taking it and trying to like felt runes in the brim of the hat, but that might be too much. Crimson and clover. Never played it either. Had a cute little patient telling me all about it. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Thank you, Emily. I'm very excited about it. I'm still playing with these flowers, though. We'll continue these ones just because they're a nice accent color to the rest of the moss. But I do think we'll end up doing them differently. But now that I have them down here, I'm going to have to put them everywhere. Or at least this color in this capacity. go. Dinner was homemade chicken soup. I made it yesterday because, so I stayed home from work yesterday because I thought I had food poisoning. I was dealing with Crohn's though, which sucks. I haven't had a lot of outbreaks since I was diagnosed a few years ago. I think this is only my third, but it's not great. I'm not a fan. Don't recommend it for anyone, really. It's lame. But I stayed home and I can't, when I'm having an outbreak, I really can't eat anything substantial. So I made chicken soup. I didn't even put dumplings in it. That's how not feeling it I was. And I always put dumplings in my soup. So that should tell you something. Let's put one right here, maybe. Yeah, we'll put some in this area. There we go. We're going to finish this piece of embroidery floss up, and then I think we're going to go into stretches, and then we will go straight into show and tell. Doop, 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 doop. If you missed it, our release party for the tea set box set has been postponed to October 25th. That's when we're going to do the giveaway as well. So if you want to be a part of the giveaway, all you need to do is head over to our Facebook, which is Boss Kitty, or go over to @BossKittyShop on Instagram. Find the post that talks about the giveaway and just follow the directions. So you can enter up to 3 times. You can enter on Facebook by following us on Facebook and then commenting on the giveaway post by linking, by tagging a friend. And then you can do the exact same thing over on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and then tag a friend in the post. And then your third entry is here on YouTube. If you're a subscriber and if you're chatting with us, you are. If you're not, go ahead and push that button. Once you're a subscriber, go ahead and leave a comment on one of our October VODs, which is going to be the one from 2 weeks ago or the one from tonight as soon as this posts. And just have the comment say something like, hey, BK, this is just commenting to confirm that I am a subscriber for the giveaway. And then we will do the giveaway we will reveal the winner of the giveaway on the 25th during the release party. It's a whole box set of the tea set. So all 5 skeins, 4 of which are on our base yarn or fiber. So Cat's Cradle, BKDK, Floof. And then that final skein is going to be on either Cat's Cradle Kitty Glitter or Kitty Glitter BKDK or Super Floof. It's probably going to be yarn unless I have an extra set of fiber as well as an option. But not everybody is a fiber fiend. So to be safe, we'll pick either the DK weight or the Cat's Cradle. I haven't decided yet. I am feeling better. My stomach is still pretty sore. This is a very mild case. The last time I had a case, it lasted for 2 weeks, which is not fun. So this was pretty mild, but it still is not great. And it's a bummer because what caused it was we went out to the Dalles for my father-in-law's 80th birthday. And we had a delicious dinner that he wanted steak and lobster. And so they bought steak and lobster and we cooked them at the house. So we had a very rich dinner, steak, lobster. What else did we have? We had green beans with mushrooms and then a lovely salad. Lots of butter. And then for dessert, we had ice cream cake. So it was a very rich dinner and very dairy heavy. And that's a big no-no for me, usually. The ice cream and things like that. And so I woke up and I thought I had food poisoning, and I did not have food poisoning. I was just dealing with Crohn's. And I had already been kind of going back and forth for a few days anyway, so I kind of did it to myself. You couldn't find the giveaway post on Facebook. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. That's cray. Just one sec. But my doctor tells me it's because I'm overweight. Need to find a new one, but no one is taking new patients. Yeah, I'm not a fan when they say things like that. I don't think anybody is, honestly. It's so frustrating. Hold on one second, because it's gonna make me post a bit or log in and do a bazillion things to log in. Yes. Okay, so while it does that, let me see. Here we go. Giveaway time. So let me open this up. Manage post, turn on notification, report post. Oh, so I'm just gonna post the website because when I go there, it shows me the Boss Kitty Live one under posts, and then the next one says giveaway time. Yeah, I never had that problem with the Crohn's, but that's because it was really bad. It got really bad really fast, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you've got Crohn's, girl." Plus, it runs in my family. Um, but when I hurt my knee years ago, I tore my ACL and my meniscus. A lot of you know this because you were here for the surgery for it. But when it happened, I had actually been losing a lot of weight. I had been much more active. I think I'd lost about 30 pounds at that point. And the doctors, they did refuse to do an MRI. They looked at it with an X-ray and they're like, your knee's fine, blah, blah, blah. You just need physical therapy. So for 3 years, I did physical therapy while I gained that 30 pounds back and then some because I couldn't walk or anything, not very well and not for a prolonged amount of time. And every time I complained to my doctor about it, he blamed weight and he's like, just do more physical therapy. And 3 years later, finally, because of our car accident, I finally got a doctor, the physical therapist, to recommend that I get an MRI. He's like, I'm just going to lie and say it's part of the car accident. That's what I'm afraid of, that your knee got hurt during the car accident. I'm going to be concerned about that. I was like, cool, dude, whatever you got to do. Because we'd been talking about it. And so we get it. And they're like, the doctor calls me back. My doctor, who had denied me this for years, calls me back and has the balls. I'm just going to say it. He has the freaking balls to say, I don't know how you've been walking on that leg for 3 years. And I'm a fairly calm person, unless you're Kurt. I'm a fairly calm person. I lost it. I was like, because you've told me to, you asshole. It was just so dumbfounded. And by the time they figured out what was wrong with it, was too late to fix the meniscus issue. And they just left the ACL. My surgeon was like, we can't really do anything for it. It's there. It's just not doing anything. But the meniscus they had to clean up and remove. And he was livid. He said, if they had done the MRI when they needed to do it back 3 years ago, we might have been able to actually repair this. But here we are. Have you tried drinking water? Yes. It's fibromyalgia then. Yeah, right. Oh, good, Bubbles. She pushed back when her doctor said it was just menopause. Yeah, right? It's freaking nuts. There's a whole Golden Girls episode about that where I think it's Dorothy's doctor's like, yeah, you're fine, you're fine. And she's not. And I was back in like the early 90s, late 80s. So, been calling doctors out on that for a long time. Okay, you guys, guess what? It's well past 45 after. It is.
It's time to stretch.
It's time to stretch, kids. Okay, let's do this. In a dress, no less. We're just gonna. Yeah, I got a new doctor real fast. I love my doctor now. She's amazing. She listens to me when I say that I have problems. She's like, do you want to try drugs or do you want to try something else? And depending on what it is, I let her know. And she's like, cool, we'll do it this way. But she's also a knitter, which is why I picked her. It's so terrible. I went through Kaiser's list of doctors and I wanted a woman doctor. I generally had male doctors, and this is not a jab at men, but you're not us. I'm not you, honestly. And while you're great doctors, or they're great doctors, I don't think there are some times that you might logically know what I'm saying is right, or maybe logically you don't know that it's right. But if you are a woman and you've experienced the same stuff that I've had to go through, then you get it. So I wanted a woman doctor. And then I start going through their profiles and it said that she was an avid knitter. And I was like, so I picked her because she was a knitter, but she's really awesome. Okay. So we're just, rolling our shoulders while I talk about doctors, apparently. Okay. So we're going to move our chin And we're going to pull it all the way to the right side. Just like this. My wall is dirty. Yeah. Bring it back to the middle. Roll it a little bit. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. I've noticed that my back and my shoulders and my neck do not hurt nearly as much since I got my CPAP machine. I have a little elephant nose, and I still have a hard time wearing it every night for at least 4 hours, but I'm getting there. I'm going to go to the left. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's terrifying, Op. I'm so sorry that she went through that and that you went through that. Okay, we're going to bring one hand forward and over your chest and hold on to it with your other arm. I'm going to stretch that shoulder. I love doing this. This is one of my favorite stretches. If my back is tight, then if I do this, my shoulder blade pops and it's great. Okay, let's go through the other one. So forward and over, like so. Yeah, just stretch. Oh my gosh, Op, I just read what you were going through. That is terrifying. I'm so sorry. I thought we were still talking about Yarn Pirate's mom. I got it mixed up. I'm so sorry. I really hope that it's benign. I mean, I'm not going to tell you I'm sure it is because that sounds condescending. I know that normally they are, but it's not going to matter. You're going to be stressed for the next week, and that's super scary. But we're here for you. If you need to talk about it, if you just need to vent, also, your doctor can suck it, quite frankly, because I don't care if they feel like they need to talk to you about your weight. That's not the fucking time to do it. Sorry. Okay, we're going to flop our hand forward and just press down on the front of it, like so. You don't take no for an answer. At 30, I told I was too young for a cancer. Yeah, for sure. Don't. You do what you need to do. Oh my gosh, Pixie, that's miserable. Forward. Panda. I just want to see a dietitian or a nutritionist. Every time I try, they're like, well, we'll get you in touch with these people instead. I'm like, that's not what I want, you guys. Why are you being jerks? You love your provider. She listened to you when you were dealing with everything, asked so many questions, took tests, and had you diagnosed and treated a treatment plan in a week. Yep. You know what part of it probably is most women doctors have, not all of them, but have also probably been heard at some point in time. Have you tried losing weight? Right? Okay. I'm going to roll our wrists out. Very cool, Samantha. And you beat it up. So yeah, if it's not, then great. That's what we're going for. If it is, you'll beat it again. That shoulder's really tight now, though. Okay, so I'm going to stretch out backwards like this. I'm stretching I've linked my hands behind my back, and I'm stretching them out, opening my chest open. Bringing my chest open. That work better? I don't know. Okay, all loosey-goosey now. You guys, we're going to head into show and tell. Let me just get that up for y'all. But I will show you what this looks like before we do. So this is what we've got so far. Those red dots, those are supposed to be our flowers. Like I said, I have mixed feelings about them. They're not bad. I just think that they need to be bigger maybe. So I'll work on that. We'll figure it out, but they're fine for now. And I can just make big ones and small ones. So, but you can see them. And looking at this from up there, I don't feel like I need a lot more down in this area. I feel like I could probably just move into getting stuff in this area now. Like this is starting to look good enough. Okay, let's see. I'm going to open Discord back up again. The next show after the 25th. So next Tuesday, we have a patron exclusive show for paid tiers. So Zuzu, Hazel, Con, Gracie's gang, all of those guys. That's on the 22nd, and that's going to be a craft night. I will probably show off the label at that point too. Then we have the show on the 25th, and then we don't have another show until November 5th. So it'll be 2 weeks from then, because we do a show on the 1st and the 3rd. Is it the 1st and the 3rd? Yeah, the 1st and the 3rd Tuesday of each month. So the first Tuesday of November is the 5th. That's when we'll have our next show after the special. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's head on over to show and tell. Mark it all as red. Inset and open this up. Okay, Sammy, here's my friend at Regional Flag Football at Thompson Valley High School. We got first place. Congratulations. That's amazing. You have the best smile there, too. Miss Monster, Reed, Convo and Chat, Sally. Oh, yes, the moss. Thank you. Oh, she does. Her French knots are much nicer than my French knots are. This is beautiful. I love it. And she uses actual felt for the stream and stuff. There's so many different textures going on here. Look at all those French knots, you guys. Oh my gosh. And there's real wood in there too. That's beautiful. I love folk art. Miss Elizabeth, spa set, black and white this time, soon to be shawl, and Passap knitting machine that I was gifted and now learning to use. Oh my gosh, this is so chic. I love it. It's fantastic. And you did an actual scrubby ball this time too. That's exciting. The shawl is beautiful. I love the colors. That gray into the purple is just perfection. And this is not just a knitting machine. This is like a ginormous commercial grade knitting machine. This is a big deal, actually. Congratulations. What a find. What a gift. Oh my gosh. Have so much fun. I cannot wait to see what you make with it. Fox Goddess, making stuff for other people and trying to find time to finish my costume also. First pick is of most of a zombie kitty for a present. Middle is fabric and stuff for pajama gifts. And last is the book I just got on release day. Oh my gosh, this kitty zombie is too cute. I love the colors. Oh, I love it. And then here are your pajamas. These are great. I'm really digging the goth skulls and stuff. And then I've had like 3 different people send this book to me, which I think is so cool. Not send me a copy of it, but like, have you seen this book? And I had not. So this is very exciting. Where was this book like 6 months ago? I can't wait to see what you make out of it. Miss Monster, sock whip and my new mini minder. A B-Day present from my parents. Awesome. Hat whip. Both projects are using a limited edition BK color plus a regular BK color. So we have this limited edition BK color here is the purplish color, and that is Gracie's first winter. And then she's using soot, I believe, in the heel and the toe. Your yarn holder is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Is that like a special edition one? I have to find mine. I don't know where it is, but I love it. And then this one, her hat that she's making, she posted about this the other day and I almost lost my shit. So this is a autumn colorway that we did. I believe it was the leaf pile. Was that what it was called? I think. But it was an autumn colorway. I loved it. It was really outside of my comfort zone when I made it. And she's holding it with brass monkey mohair. It looks so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. Your stitches. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I love your little cozy stitch marker. The colors are amazing on that little zombie kitty. I know. Bubbles. Finally started the sleeves on my sea glass cardi last night. 2 is a stack of sweaters I completed this year. Stocky kitty for scale. 3 is my finished cake. I finished my cake pop sweater in just 8 days. This was a dream to knit. Oh, the sea glass is beautiful. I love the edging you're doing on it. That's so pretty. This is incredibly impressive. Like really, really, really impressive. Especially since one of these is like massive amounts of cable work. It was made to play with brass monkey. I know, right? Like, well, maybe I bring this color back as a fiber. Who knows? It won't be exact. That's the thing. None of these will be exact, but still. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. And you're right. I can see the speckles in there and they're very light. Oh, yeah. Okay. You've got me. I want to do speckled mohair now because it's such a delicate addition, right? Like it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? When something's not over the top. Subtle, subtle. So we're not a word I use often. It's such a subtle little speckle that you can see like here and here and here. It just adds so much to this. This is gorgeous, Bubbles. Yeah, I love this design on her mini minder too. Peaches making little sweaters for my chihuahua that is coming in January. Congratulations, Peaches. Samantha, I'm guessing you probably get it online if you look it up. Oh, these are too cute. Oh, that chihuahua is going to be so happy. This one's my favorite with the little hat. So good. Michi, working on a sampler squares for a blanket. 13 by 13 squares. This was a cow with Tiffany Hansen. I'm almost done. The floating flowers are not blocked yet, but already look so pretty. So happy the season is changing and it's time for blankets. Hugs to all. Hugs right back at you. Your colors are beautiful as always. You've got a great eye for colors to put together. Yeah, I agree. I can tell it's not blocked yet, but it's beautiful. They're stunning. I've never seen anything like that. They're all just so lovely. I can't wait to see it put together. What color are you going to use to stitch everything together? Or are you going to do an invisible stitch? Miss Sammy Crochet, this is my butterfly mosaic blanket. I love it. It's beautiful. I like this one down here at the bottom. It's my favorite, is the multicolor down at the bottom. A prairie shawl I'm working on and a sweater shawl I'm working on in Tea Time for the Soul. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it just looks so cozy. And then this is the Tea Time sweater shawl with Tea Time. Oh, it is pretty. Okay, so if you could send me, is this picture true to the colorway? Because when you order it, I want to make sure that I get the color as close to it as possible. Don't order it when you're out of yarn. Order it beforehand because you're going to want to alternate with that last skein for a little bit, just because it's going to be a different dye lot. But I will try hard to get a pinker. This looks like it's more on the pink side. You're using DK. I'm just double checking that I didn't have any in stock, and I don't. So this looks like it's more on the pink side, so I'll keep that in mind. Ah, it's beautiful though. Pixie Punk, number 1 is a craft I'm currently working up the courage to start. 2 different network attached LED panels. Ooh. One using an old Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, and the other is using a pre-pinned ESP32. None of that means anything to me except for the LED part. 2 is better view of the office garden with the herbal tea leaf collection cups on the hydroponic starter lid. You're so sciencey and I love it. TK is going to love this. He wants to put LED lights outside so that they're always up. We don't have to worry about it. He's so fascinated by this kind of stuff. This is awesome. Very cool. I want to set up something like this in my garage for like seedlings to plant out in the garden when I have my garden set up. Starry Night color for sure. That speckled mohair, I know. You got to pick up the comment. What? Post it. Vicky, working on Tunson Crochet Afghan for an Xmas present. Mulberry Afghan pattern by TL Yarn. And another Pilsen Afghan starter for my niece's partner's Xmas present, since he keeps trying to steal the one I made for her birthday present. Also, I managed to catch the Northern Lights last week. I've yet to see them, but I love your guys' pictures of them. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's going to love it. Hey, that looks familiar. Sitting over there on the side. Oh, and this picture's gorgeous. Look at those colors, you guys. Mary, working at high speed to finish Addie, a friend. Oh, for a friend. I love this. It looks like a big peppermint blanket. Like a blanket made out of peppermint candy. Also, I am in love with your rug. If that's a rug. If that is your floor, I love it even more. Yarn Pirate, making progress on the rocket tee, even though the mohair ball wants to slide right off the needles. Sorry about that. 2 is a blanket in progress for my dad. 3 is 20 dishcloths headed out to the East Stitch Counts yesterday. Awesome. Okay, so you're doing Cold as Ice for this. That's the mohair. And then Craft Girl Summer, I think. Yeah? For the main color. This is really awesome and amazing. And I'm doing a an overpiece in Cold as Ice as well. Except for I'm putting it with Fairy Farts instead of Craft Girl Summer. But I love this. I can't wait to see it when it's finished. I'm sorry that the mohair ball keeps sliding off. Isn't sticky enough. This is beautiful. Oh my God, that color is gorgeous. Ugh, it's like an oil slick. And then all these dishcloths. Also beautiful, by the way. Those are the colors and you love them. It's beautiful. Panda, haven't had the energy for crafting lately, but I did make another character art piece and attended a banquet in my vintage dress. I love your art so much. It makes me so happy. I was dead serious about commissioning you for character art, if that's a real thing that can be done. And your dress, oh my God, you look adorable. Your hair looks great. Your glasses look great. Your dress is super pretty. I can see it better in this picture. It looks so good on you. Oh my gosh. Freaking amazing. I love it. And then here's the comment. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's not going to kill us. That's a plus. You guys are so awesome. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick recap of everything. First of all, the box set is going to be released on October 25th. We're going to do a release party right here at Boss Kitty Live. So come hang out with us that night. It's going to start at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I will be in my costume. We're going to do a giveaway of one box set, and you can enter to win by subscribing to YouTube, subscribe on Facebook, subscribe on Instagram. And then on Instagram and Facebook, make sure that you tag us or tag a friend in the comments on that giveaway post. And on YouTube, make sure that you leave a comment on one of our October VODs stating that you have subscribed and that you're letting me know for the giveaway. And then we will reveal the winner on October 25th during the release party. We have a patron exclusive craft night next Tuesday. Those usually start around 4:30. They are not run. They're done in Discord. Everybody has the option to have their camera on if they want. They can have their microphones on. It's not a thing that I lead really. I mean, I'm there to facilitate it for sure. I'm working on something. I'll probably show off the labels at that point. But it's very chill and laid back. People come in, we just talk, we hang out. I go by Simi instead of Boss Kitty a lot of the time just because it's a very different vibe. If you are a paid tier customer over at patreon.com/BossKitty, then you will have the link for that, and we would love to see you there. What else? Our next normally scheduled show will be November 5th. Can you guys even like comprehend the fact that we're almost to November? We're halfway through October. It's just, I don't know how that happened, but here we are. So hopefully I'll see a bunch of you guys on Tuesday for the patron craft night. If not, then I will see the rest of you, I hope, for the box set release party, which will be on October 25th. That's a Friday night. And if I don't see you for that, then I will see you in November, my loves. And in that case, happy Halloween, happy Samhain, Merry Samhain, blessed Samhain. Happy, get ready for the holidays because they are here and they're going to kick our ass. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful October. And yeah, be kind to yourselves. Good night, guys.